Hi crafters, come on in. Welcome back to Simply Charlease, where new crafters like to hang out. Mother's Day is right around the corner, so I thought we'd get together today and create something special for Mom. What do you think, guys? It's a half dozen roses, soap, and it has a little gift card tucked inside. And there's a mug that she can use later. And this will last longer for sure than roses, the real deal. This is what it looks like in the front. Okay. And this is the back of it. Okay. And when you make yours, if you do the gift card, I'm assuming that it'll be in that little envelope. I didn't have an envelope. This was just a gift card that I had that I would use as an example. Okay? What do you think, guys? You want to make this? Keep watching. Okay, let's get started. The supplies that we're going to need for this particular project is a mug or whatever type of vessel that you decide that you want to use to make your bouquet. Pool noodle. This is a piece I have left over from some other project. Tissue paper. And I'm going to use this green metallic-like paper just because I like things that shine. You could use regular matte tissue paper, whatever you like. We'll need some tape. We're gonna need some scissors, and we'll need 14 skewers for this particular project. Is that it? Oh, and of course we're gonna need some soaps, and these are some soaps that I've already made up. Okay, we're gonna use, I have yellow, white, and pink this time. Okay, and I will link the video on how to make those soaps below. There's 2 videos that I have, and I'll link both of those below. And also I'll link the Amazon. Yeah, I'll put the Amazon link down below where you can get this mold also if you want to make this. All right, guys, let's get started. First thing we need to do is fit our noodle into whatever vessel you're going to use. All right, so we're going to push it down. Okay. And then we're going to trim it down with the scissors. And the last time I did this, I actually took the noodle out and cut it. But I figured out that if you go around enough times, you can actually eliminate that by just, whoa, that might be dangerous. I told you guys before, my husband does not trust me with scissors and knives and stuff because he says I'm clumsy with them. Okay, so I just cut it down to size. All right, now, that's my clock, guys. You've heard it many times. To get this out, because this one's fitting real tight, I have to see if I can scoot it out. It's coming, guys. Hang on. It's coming. All right, because we need to wrap this noodle so that it doesn't show. Okay, and you see, because you got that hole in the middle, I'm going to take another piece of a pool noodle, and I'm going to fill in that hole. Whoops, you can't see that. I'm going to fill in that hole, okay? So I'm just going to cut this noodle and stuff it down. And then I'm going to cut another piece. and stuff it down. Don't need all of that, so I'm going to cut it off a little bit. Okay. And we do that because we want the skewers to have something to go all the way through, okay? Not have that big gap in there. Okay, so I said I was going to work with the metallic green, but I'm also, and you can whatever you want to wrap your noodle with is perfectly fine. But I decided that I'm going to use this. I have some green tissue paper here. And I'm just going to fold it in half and just wrap it. Okay. Just wrap it around the noodle. And I think I'll even put a little piece of tape to secure it. How's everybody doing today? It's kind of cloudy and overcast here today. But that's okay. If we get some rain, we need that too, right? Okay, so I just covered that. And now we're going to put the noodle back into the mug. Okay. And that's our foundation. All right. Now, we need to get our skewers ready to go on the back of our soaps. So, because of the weight of the soap, I'm going to use 2 skewers on each soap. So we're only doing 6 soaps. So I'll need 12 for that, and then another 2 for the gift card. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. Okay. All right, guys. So we need our tape and our skewers. Now, you decide how high you want your bouquet to sit up, okay? I wanted mine to be sort of close, my soap to be sort of close to the mug, not up real high, okay? So I ended up having to trim my skewers down a little bit. So let's see. You just kind of, I know the first 2 are going to be sort of leaning to the side. And so, all right. You decide, but I'm taking off about 2 inches. Okay. I'm going to take 2 inches off of 2 more. So those will be about 4 of my soaps will be about at the same height, okay? And then the last 2 I want to be a little bit taller. So I'm gonna just take off about 1 inch, okay? The last 2 I'm only gonna take off about 1 inch. And you see, I'm just guesstimating. Ooh, boy, these 2 are tough. Goodness gracious. Ugh. I had my smoothie this morning. Well, maybe I better try to do these one at a time. Okay, that worked. Okay. It just wasn't going to let me do 2 at a time. All right. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And because I'm doing 2 on each soap, I need 4 for the 2 tallest ones. That broke just fine. All right. And I need 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 for the other 4 soaps that are going to be about the same height. Okay. I probably should have went off camera and did the rest of these instead of making you guys see me working and forgetting to look up to see if I'm in frame, and I wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Here we go. Okay. And I hope I did that right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 soaps that are going to be about at the same height. And then there's going to be two that are going to be a little taller. And then 2 that I'm going to probably leave at the height that it is for the gift card. Okay. All right. So first thing that we're going to do with these skewers is attach them to the back of our soaps. And the way that we're going to do that, first thing I'm going to do is just wrap a piece of tape around the 2 skewers to hold them together, all right? Then I'm going to, see that? I'm going to put the skewer at the back of the soap, and I'm just going to tape it a couple of times, and then test it to see if that's strong enough. That seems to be, but I'm going to put one more just to be on the safe side. Okay, guys. All right, and that's the first one. All right. Let's do one more. And then I'm going to do the rest off camera. All right. Got your 2 skewers. We're going to tape those together. Okay. Now we want to attach it to the back of the soap with some tape. Okay. And you put as much tape or as little tape as you want to put on yours. Yeah. The soap has a little weight to it. And if you don't put enough tape on it, then it'll cause them to wiggle around on these skewers. But that should be good. I'm going to go ahead and do the other 4 off camera, and I'll be back. Okay, we got our skewers on all of our soaps now. We can move on to the next phase. The next thing that we need to do is prepare these little pieces of tissue paper that go on the skewers underneath the soaps, okay? So I'm going to use this metallic type paper. Let's see. I got one that I had already cut some off of. Now, you could use this paper, the same paper that I covered the noodle with. But you know me, if you've been with me for any amount of time, your girl likes things that shine and sparkle. So that's why I'm using this. Okay. Righty. All right. So what you're gonna do is just cut you some little squares or rectangles or circles, whatever it is that you wanna do. All right. And I'm calling these my leaves for my roses. And that's one of the reasons why I chose green. Okay. I'm only going to do a couple on camera and then I'll come back. Okay. After I've done the rest. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm going to use as my leaves, and I'm using 2 on each flower. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to poke a hole. It doesn't have to be in the center, And one of the reasons why I go, because I did sort of a rectangle. If you do a square, you probably want to do it in the center. But I did a little bit of a rectangle. So I'm coming about 3/4 of the way towards the end of the paper that I cut. And I'm going to poke a hole. All right. And I'm going to raise it up. Now, the reason I did that is because I wanted to leave quite a bit in the back so that I'll be able to cover that stick. All right. All right. Now, what you're going to do, and we've done this before with, what did we do? We did a candy bouquet and we did a tea bouquet. Same thing. You're just going to bunch it up around the bottom of the soap and add a piece of tape, wrap a piece of tape around it to make it stay in place. All right. And it doesn't look like much initially, but hang in there, it'll change. Take the second one and do the same thing. This time I'm going more in the middle. Bunch it up just a little. Not exactly the same spot. Down a little bit, okay? Trying to get it where you can see it, all right? I got it bunched up there. And I'm going to put a piece of tape around there to hold that in place, okay? And that's my first flower. Now, once you actually get it into the mug, then you can play around with this to get the shape and the look that you want, okay? I'm gonna do one more on camera, and because I had already cut up some ahead of time, okay? And on that first one, I'm going about 3/4 of the way towards the front. Gonna bunch it up. Guys, I apologize if I'm out of frame part of the time because it's kind of hard to look at the camera and look at what I'm doing. All right, we're gonna tape that. Okay. We're gonna put a second one up there. About in the middle. And we're gonna bunch it up. Okay. And tape it. Okay. All right. And there's our second flower. All right, guys, I'm gonna do the rest of them and then I'll be back. All right, we got all of our flowers ready to go. All right, now let's move on to the next step, which is going to be getting our gift card ready. I still got a Michael's gift card that my husband gave me for my birthday. We're going to use that. All right, so the 2 skewers for the gift card, we're going to do the same thing we did with the flowers. We're going to tape those 2 together, which I've already done. And I'm going to take a small piece of that paper and wrap it around because we don't want to see those skewers when we're looking at the back of the bouquet. Okay, so just wrap it around, okay, and then put a piece of tape on it to hold it together. Okay. And a piece of tape. And a piece of tape at the bottom. Okay, and we left that much to go down into the noodle. All right, now we're going to take our gift card and we're going to attach this skewer to the back of it, okay? Same thing. We're just going to put a piece of tape on it. And we're good to go. Now yours will probably be in an envelope and you just put the skewer on the back of the envelope. All right, we're ready to start putting this together. Okay, so let's see. The first row that we do, I think it's going to be my yellow and my pink. Yeah. So I'm going to start from one side, and you do it any way that you want. You know, just do what looks good to you. Okay, and I want that close to the mug. Okay, got that first one in there. I'm gonna put a yellow one on the other side. Let's see. And if you get it in a place and you don't like the way it looks, then you can always pull it out and place it someplace else, because this is not going to show actually, but I just like covering that noodle just in case there might be a little something peeping through. Okay, and let's put a yellow one here. Let's see. All right, and a pink one here. Okay, let's see. And you can adjust it. Okay, that's what we got so far. And I think I might want to pull the two in the middle up a little bit. Boy, I tell you, when you get them down in there, they're in there. All right, then I got these two white ones that I'm gonna put in the back at an angle. Okay. Let's see. Okay. And then here's the last one. Kind of put it in the back at an angle. Let's see what we're looking like so far. Okay. All right, not bad. And then the last thing we're gonna do is pop in our gift card. Let's see. Hey, not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Yeah, not bad. Okay, now, you see in the back here where you have all these empty spaces, you want to fill those in with your tissue paper, okay? Now, the front is fine, okay? Everything is covered. You can't see through it or anything, all right? But we want to fill in those spots. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of those little pieces of paper and just scrunch it together, all right, kind of like that. And I'll put a little tape around the tip of it to hold that together, all right. And then I'm going to take a little piece of tape and attach it to it so that when I stick it in, or you could use your glue gun or a little bit of glue, but tape is what I have here. So that's what I'm gonna use. And then, let's see, can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. Wait a minute. And then I'm just gonna stick this in to cover that. Let's do another one. And all we're doing is filling in those blank spaces. We don't want to see that. All right, stick one in here. Okay. And you just, just keep looking at it. Look, turn it around so that you can see what's going on with it. Okay. All right. Let's stick that in. Okay, it's looking better, but I still see a couple of spaces. Let me lift it up so I can see where the spaces are. Okay. All right. And guys, this doesn't have to be, of course, I know you know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. It doesn't have to be a Mother's Day gift. Like this says happy birthday. Or it could be, just, you got a friend that's not feeling that great. A little pick-me-up. Yep. It could be for any reason, or it could be for no reason at all, just because you wanted to do it, right? You wanted to do something nice for somebody. Okay, let's see. That's looking pretty good. I see one spot right there. Yep. And then I think we are golden. Okay. Oh. I tell you guys, I've been noticing we're getting quite a few new crafters joining us. That's great. That is great. Oop. Look, I don't like the way that looked. I need to cut another piece. Did not like that look. I was trying to use that little tiny piece and it wasn't full enough. Okay. Ooh, it's a good thing because I'm just about running out of tape here. Of course, I was prepared because I bought an extra roll of tape because I had a feeling I might run out. Okay, that one spot right there. All right. Okay, guys, let's see. I think we are done. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, you know what? Something else I forgot to tell you. You see, let's see, can you see that? You see where the skewers are in the back there? That was the reason why I poked a hole like 3/4 of the way up so that you can cover that. Let's see if I got enough tape to finish this up. Okay, let's tape that. And let's tape that. Okay, now I can see a little bit. Let's see, can you see that? You probably, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a skewer poking out right there. So I'm just gonna get a little piece of that piece that I said wouldn't work as a fill-in. I'm gonna use it right here. Hold on. Can you see what I'm doing? Let me see. Okay, let's tape that down a little bit. This my last little piece of tape on this roll. Okay, let's tape that down. Yeah, that looks much better. So you don't see any gaps in the back and you don't see the skewers. All right, guys, what you think? What do you think? I think it turned out pretty good, pretty good. All right, let's bring the other one in. All right, guys. Here you go. A 6 roses. Okay. All right, guys, don't forget the link for this mold will be in the description box. And the link to 2 videos on how to make these roses will also be down there, okay? All right, guys, I will see you next time. Bye, guys.